Good morning, students. Today we see CBSE Grade 12 Term 1 2021 to 22 Physics Important MCQ questions with answers. Before you go, check out these MCQ questions with answers, and best of luck with your CBSE Class 12 Term 1 Physics test. Question number 1. Electric field at a point varies as 0 degree for A, an electric dipole, B, a point charge, C, a plain infinite sheet of charge, D, a line charge of infinite length. Correct. The answer is C, a plain infinite sheet of charge. Question number 2. A positively charged particle is released from rest in a uniform electric field. The electric potential energy of the charge A remains a constant because the electric field is uniform. B increases because the charge moves along the electric field. C decreases because the charge moves along the electric field. D decreases because the charge moves opposite to the electric field. Yes, your guessing is correct. The answer is C, decreases because the charge moves along the electric field. Question number 3. Figures show some equipotential lines distributed in space. A charged object is moved from point A to point B. A. The work done in figure 1 is the greatest. B. The work done in figure 2 is least. C. The work done is same in figure 1, figure 2 and figure 3. D. The work done in figure 3 is greater than figure 2 but equal to that in figure 1. Correct. Your answer is C. The work done is the same in figure 1, figure 2 and figure 3. Question number 4. Equipotential at a great distance from a collection of charges whose total sum is not 0 or approximately. A. Spheres, B. Planes, C. Paraboloids, D. Ellipsoids. Correct. The answer is A. Spheres. Question number 5. Two small spheres each carrying a charge Q are placed r meter apart. If one of the spheres is taken around the other one in a circular path of radius r, the work done will be equal to A. Force between them into r, B. Force between them into 2 pi r, C. Force between them by 2 pi r, D. 0. Correct. Your answer is D. 0. Question number 6. The charge flowing in a conductor varies with the time as Q is equal to alpha t plus 12 beta t squared plus 16 gamma t3, where beta, gamma, beta, theta are positive constants. Then the initial current I is given by the condition A L is equal to gamma, B L is equal to gamma squared, C. L is equal to gamma minus 1. D. None of these. Correct. Your answer is A. L is equal to gamma. Question number 7. A capacitor has capacitance C and reactance X. If capacitance and frequency become double, then reactance will be A 4x, B x by 2, C x by 4, D 2x. Correct. Your answer is C x by 4. Question number 8. Given below are two statements labeled as assertion A and reason R. Assertion: we can't think of a magnetic field configuration with three poles. Reason: a bar magnet does expect an turque on itself due to its own field. Select the most appropriate answer from the options given below. A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Good. Your answer is B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Question number 9. The quantization of charge implies answer A. Charge cannot be destroyed. Options: B. Charge exists on particles. C. There is a minimum permissible charge on a particle. D. Charge, which is a fraction of coulomb on a particle. Correct. Here is the answer D. Charge, which is a fraction of coulomb on a particle. Question number 10. The unit of electric dipole moment is A. Newton, B. Coulomb, C. Farad, D. Dipole. Correct. Your answer is D. Dipole. Question number 11. Charge is a property associated with the matter due to which it produces and experiences. A. Electric effects only. B. Magnetic effects only. C. Both electric and magnetic effects. D. None of these. Correct. Your answer is correct. C. Both electric and magnetic effects. Question number 12. An electric dipole of moment P is placed in a uniform electric field E, then option 1, the turque on the dipole is B vector into E. 2, the potential energy of the system is P vector into point E. 3, the resultant force on the dipole is 0. Choose the correct option. A. 1, 2 and 3 are correct. B. Here is the options, answer options. B. 1 and 3 are correct and 2 is wrong. C. Only 1 is correct. D. 1 and 2 are correct and 3 is wrong. Correct. Your answer is B. 1 and 2 are correct and B. 1 and 3 are correct and 2 is wrong. Option 2 is wrong. Question number 13. In a parallel plate capacitor, the capacity increases if A. Area of the plate is decreased. B. Distance between the plates increases. C. Area of the plate is increased. D. Dielectric constantly decreases. Correct. Your answer is C. Area of the plate is increased. Question number 14. A parallel plate air capacitor is charged to a potential difference of V volts. After disconnecting the charging battery, the distance between the plates of the capacitor is increased using an insulating handle. As a result, the potential difference between the plates A increases, B decreases, C does not change, D becomes zero. Correct. Your answer is A increases. Question number 15. Two spherical conductors, each of the capacity C, are charged to potential V and minus V. These are then connected by means of a fine wire. The loss of energy is A 0, B 1 by 2 CV squared, C CV squared, D 2 CV squared. Correct. Your answer is C, CV squared. Question number 16. Two identical capacitors are joined in parallel, charged to a potential V, separated and then connected in series. The positive plate of one is connected to the negative of the other. Which of the following is true? A. The charges on the free plated connected together are destroyed. B. The energy stored in the system increases. C. The potential difference between the free plates is 2V. D. The potential difference remains constant. Correct. Your answer is C. The potential difference between the free plates is 2V. Question number 17. In a region, potential is represented by V. X, Y, Z is equal to 6x minus 8xy minus 8y plus 6yz, where V is in the volts and xyz are in meters. The electric force experienced by a charge of 2 coulomb situated at the point 1, 1 is A 6 root 5 n, B 30 n, C 24 n, D 4 root 35 n. Correct. Your answer is D 4 root 35 n. Question number 18. An electron is projected with the uniform velocity along the axis of a current carrying long solenoids. Which of the following is true? A. The electron will be accelerated along the axis. B. The electron path will be circular about the axis. C. The electron will experience a force at 45 degrees to the axis and hence the execute a helical path. D. The electron will continue to move with the uniform velocity along the axis of the solenoid. Correct. Your answer is D. The electron will continue to move with the uniform velocity along the axis of the solenoids. Question number 19. Which of the following is not correct about cyclotron? A. It is a machine to accelerate the charged particles or ions to high energies. B. Cyclotron uses both electric and magnetic fields in the combination to increase the energy of charged particles. C. The operations of the cyclotron is based on the fact that the time for one revolution of an ion is independent of its speed or radius of its orbit. D. The charged particles and ions in cyclotron can move on any arbitrary path. Correct. Your answer is D. The charged particles and ions in cyclotron can move on any arbitrary path. Question number 20. Which of the following independent quantities is not used to specify the Earth's magnetic field? A. Magnetic declination theta. B. Magnetic dip. C. The horizontal component of Earth field BH. D. The vertical component of Earth fields BV. Correct. Your answer is D. The vertical component of Earth field BV. Question number 21. Which of the following is correct about the magnetic monopole? A. Magnetic monopole exists. B. Magnetic monopole does not exist. C. Magnetic monopoles have a constant value of monopole momentum. D. The monopole momentum increase due to an increase in its distance from the field. Correct. The answer is B. Magnetic monopole does not exist. Question number 22. Which of the following is not showing the essential difference between electrostatic shielding by a conducting shell and magnetostatic shielding? A. Electrostatic field lines can end on charges and conductors have free charges. B. Magnetic field lines can end but conductors cannot end them. C. The lines of magnetic field cannot end on any material and perfect shielding is not possible. D. Shells of high permeability materials can be used to divert lines of magnetic field from the interior regions. Correct. Your answer is B. Magnetic field lines can end but conductors cannot end them. Question number 23. The permeability of the paramagnetic substance is A. Very large, B. Small but more than unity, C. Less than unity, D. Negative. Correct. Your answer is B. Small but more than unity. Question number 24. The vertical component of the Earth's magnetic field at a place is root 3 times the horizontal component. The value of the angle of dip at this place is A. 30 degree, B. 45 degree, C. 60 degree, D. 90 degree. Correct. Your answer is C. 60 degree. Question number 25. At a given place on Earth's surface, the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is 2 into 103-5T. The resultant magnetic field is 4 into 103.5T. The angle of dip at this place is 30 degree, B 60 degree, C 90 degree, D 45 degree. Correct. The answer is B 60 degree. Question number 26. Which of the following property shows the property of ferromagnetic substances? A. Ferromagnetic properties depends on the temperature. B. The ferromagnetic property does not depend on temperature. C. At high enough temperature, ferromagnet becomes a diamagnet. D. At low temperature, ferromagnet becomes a paramagnet. Correct. Your answer is A. The ferromagnetic property depends on temperature. Question number 27. The primary origin of magnetism lies in A. Atomic current and intrinsic spin of electrons. B. Polar and non-polar nature of the molecule. C. Pauli exclusion principle. D. Electromagnetic nature of the materials. Correct. Your answer is A. Atomic electron and intrinsic spin of electrons. Intrinsic spin of electrons. Question number 28. If the coil A is made to rotate about the vertical axis figure, no current flows in B if A is at rest. The current in a coil A, when the current B at T is equal to 0 is counterclockwise, and the coil A is as shown at this instant T is equal to 0 is, options are A. Constant current clockwise, B. Varying current clockwise, C. Varying current counterclockwise, D. Constant current counterclockwise. Correct. The answer is A. Constant current clockwise. Question number 29. A cylindrical bar magnet is rotated about its axis figure. A wire is connected from the axis and is made to touch the cylindrical surface through a contact. Then A. A direct current flows in the ammeter A. B. No current flows through the ammeter A. C. An alternating sinusoidal current flows through the ammeter A with the time period T equal to 2 pi W. D. A time varying non-sinusoidal current flows through the ammeter. Correct. Your answer is B. No current flows through the ammeter A. Question number 13. Eddy currents do not cause A. Damping, B. Heating, C. Sparking, D. Loss of energy. Correct. Your answer is C. Sparking. Question number 31. The electric field intensity due to an infinite cylinder of the radius r and having the charge q per unit length at a distance r greater than r from its axis is A. Directly proportional to r squared, B. Directly proportional to r cube, or 3. C. Inversely proportional to r, D. Inversely proportional to r squared. Correct. Your answer is D. Inversely proportional to r squared. Question number 32. In an LCR series AC circuit, the current A is always in a phase with the voltage, B lags the generator voltage, C always leads the generator voltage, D none of these. Correct. Your answer is D none of these. Question number 33. An LCR series circuit connected to a source E is at resonance, then the voltage across A R is 0, B R equals applied voltage, C is 0, D L equals applied voltage. Correct. The answer is R equals applied voltage. Question number 34. The electric field inside a spherical shell of uniform surface charge density is A 0, B constant, less than 0, D C directly proportional to the distance from the center, D none of these. Correct. The answer is A 0. Question number 35. It is an assessment resolution questions given below or two statements labeled as assertion A and reason or assertion. In high latitudes, one sees colorful curtains of light hanging down from high altitudes. Reason: the high energy charged particles from the sun are deflected to polar regions by the magnetic field of the earth. Select the most appropriate answer from the options given below. A. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Correct. Your answer is answer A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 36. Same assessment and decision question. Given below are two statements labeled as assertion A and reason R. Assertion: a capacitor is connected to a direct current source. Its reactance is infinite. Reason: reactance of a capacitor is given by Xc is equal to 1 divided by Wc. Select the most appropriate answer for the options given below. A. Both A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R also false. Correct. The answer is A. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 37. The temperature coefficients of resistance of the wire is 0.00125 degrees C minus 1. At 27 degrees Celsius, its resistance is 1 omega. The temperature of the wire at which its resistance becomes 2 omega is A. 1400 K, B. 854 degrees Celsius, C. 1127 K, D. 1154 K. Correct. The answer is B. 854 degree Celsius. Question number 38. The heating element of an electric heater should be made of material that should have A. Low specific resistance and low melting point, B. High specific resistance and high melting point, C. High specific resistance and low melting point, D. Low specific resistance and high melting point. Correct. The answer is A. Low specific resistance and low melting point. Question number 39. The effective voltage of the effective wattage of 60 watts and 40 watt lamps connected in series equal to A. 24 watt, B. 20 watt, C. 100 watt, D. 80 watt. Correct. The answer is A. 24 watt. Question number, again they give the question number 39. Question number 40. At resonance frequency, the impedance in series LCR circuit is A. maximum, B. minimum, C. 0, D. infinity. Correct. The answer is minimum, B. Question number 41. Again the question is repeated at resonant frequencies. The question is different. Question number 41, at resonant frequency. Here they gives impedance, here they give current amplitudes. In series LCR circuit is, again repeat question number 41, at resonant frequency the current amplitudes in series LCR circuit is A maximum, B minimum, C 0, D infinity. The answer is correct, A maximum. Question number 42. In turning, we vary the capacitance of capacitor in the turning circuit such that the resonant frequency of the circuit becomes nearly equal to the frequency of the radio signal received. When this happens, that dash dash A and with the frequency of the signal of the particular radio station in the circuit is maximum. Here A refers to A, options A, resonant frequency, B, impedance, C, amplitudes of the current, D, reactance. Correct. The answer is C, amplitudes of the current. Question number 43. What is the angle of dip at a place where the horizontal components of Earth's magnetic field is equal to the vertical component? A 0 degree, B 30 degree, C 45 degree, D 90 degree. Correct. The answer is C 45 degree. Question number 44. Which of the following has a low value in ferrites? A. Conductivity, B. Permeability, C. Magnetic susceptibility, D. All of the above. All the above. Correct. The answer is A. Conductivity. Question number 45. SI unit of flux is A. Ohm, B. Weber, C. Tesla, D. None. Correct. The answer is B. Weber. Question number 46. The dimensional representation of the magnetic flux density is A. MLT2, B. MLT2A1, C. MLT2A2, D. MT2A1. Correct. The answer is B. MLT2A1. Question number 47. A loop made of straight edges has six corners at A000, B L00, C LL0, D 0L0, E 0LL and F 00L. A magnetic field B is equal to VO bracket I plus K into T is present in the region. The flux passing through the loop A, B, C, D, E, F, A in that order is option A, BOL square WP, B, 2 BOL square WP, C, root 2 BOL square WP, D, 4 BOL square WP. Correct. Your answer is yes. The answer is B, 2 BOL square WP. Question number 48. An EMF is produced in a coil which is not connected to an external voltage source. This is not due to option A, the coil being in a time varying magnetic field, B, the coil moving in a time varying magnetic field, C, the coil moving in a constant magnetic field, D, the coil is stationary in external spatially varying magnetic field which does not change with the time. Correct. The answer is D. The coil is stationary in external spatially varying magnetic field which does not change with the time. Question number 49, assertion decision questions. Given below are the two statements labeled as assertion A and reason R. Assertion A, the field intensity in between such sheets having equal and opposite uniform surface densities of charge become constant. Reason R, the field intensity does not depend upon the distance between the thin sheets. Select the most appropriate answer from the options given below. A. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Good. The answer is A. Both A and B. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 50. Again, assertion and decision questions. Question number 50. Given below are the two statements labeled as assertion A and reason R. Assertions: in series LCR resonance circuits, the impedance is equal to the ohmic resistance. Reasons: at resonance, the inductive reactance exceeds the capacitive reactance. Select the most appropriate answer from the options given below. A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Good. The answer is B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Again, the assertion decisions questions. Question number 51. Given below are the two statements labeled as assertion A and reason R. Assertion: a capacitor is connected to a direct current source. Its reactance is infinite. Reason: reactance of the capacitor is given by Xc is equal to 1 by Wc. Select the appropriate answers from the options given below. A. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Very good. The answer is A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 52. The force per unit charge is known as A. Electric flux, B. Electric field, C. Electric potential, D. Electric current. Good. The answer is B. Electric field. Question number 53. Which of the following statement is not true about Gauss laws? Again repeat, which of the following statements is not true about Gauss law? A. Gauss law is true for any closed surface. B. The term Q on the right side of Gauss laws includes the sum of all charges enclosed by the surface. C. Gauss law is not much useful in calculating electrostatic field when the system has some symmetry. D. Gauss law is based on the inverse square dependence on the distance contained in the Coulomb's law. Here the question is, which of the following statement is not true about Gauss laws? Very good. The answer is C. Gauss laws is not much useful in calculating electrostatic field when the system has some symmetric. Question number 54. In a region of constant potential A, the electric field is uniform. B, the electric field is zero. C, there can be no charge inside the region. D, both B and C are correct. Good. The answer is D, both B and C are correct. Question number 54. Consider a uniform electric field in the z direction. The potential is a constant. Options: A, for any x for the given z. B, for any y for the given z. C, on the xy plane for the given z. D, all of these. Very good. The answer is D, all of these. Question number 55. Which of the following occurs? Which of the following colors of the white light deviated most when passes through the prism? Option A, red light. B, violet light. C, yellow light. D, both A and B. Good. The answer is B, violet light. Question number 56. The conduction current is same as displacement current when source is A, AC only, B, DC only, C, either AC or DC, D, neither DC nor AC. Good. The answer is C, either AC or DC. Question number 57. If a conductor has a potential V is not equal to 0 and there are no charges anywhere else outside, then option A, there must be charges on the surface or inside itself. B, there cannot be any charge in the body of the conductor. C, there must be charges only on the surface. D, both A and B are correct. Good. The answer is C, there must be charges only on the surface. Question number 58. Alternating voltage V is represented by the equation A, Vt is equal to Vm GWt. B, Vt is equal to Vm sin Wt. C, Vt is equal to Vm cot Wt. D, Vt of is equal to Vm tan Wt. Very good. The answer is B, Vt of is equal to Vt sin Wt. Question number 59. The mobility of the conduction electrons is greater than that the holes since the electron is greater than the holes since electrons. Option A, or negatively charged. B, or lighter. C, requires smaller energy for moving through the crystal lattice. D, undergo smaller number of collisions. Correct. The answer is C, requires smaller energy for moving through the crystal lattice. Question number 16. The mirage is a phenomenon due to option A, refraction of light. B, reflection of light. C, total internal reflection of light. D, diffraction of light. Very good. The answer is C, total internal reflection of light. 61. Question number. Photoelectrons are being obtained by irradiating zinc by the radiation of 3100 A in order to increase the kinetic energy of ejected photoelectrons. Options A, the intensity of radiation should be increased. B, the wavelength of radiation should be increased. C, the wavelength of the radiation should be decreased. D, both the wavelength and intensity of radiations should be increased. Very good. The answer is C. The wavelength of radiation should be decreased. Question number 62. In a pure capacitive circuit, if the frequency of AC source is doubled, then its capacitive reactance will be option A remains same, B doubled, C halved, D zero. Good. The answer is C halved. Question number 63. If the conductivity of the semiconductor is only due to break of the covalent bond due to the thermal excitation, then the semiconductor is called A. Intrinsic, B. Extrinsic, C. Acceptor, D. None of these. Correct. The answer is A. Intrinsic. Question number 64. If a variable frequency AC source is connected to a capacitor, then with decrease in frequency, the displacement current will A. increase, B. decrease, C. remains constant, D. first decrease then increase. Good. The answer is B. decrease. Question number 65. The direction of current induced in a wire moving in a magnetic field is found using A. Fleming's left-hand rule, B. Fleming's right-hand rule, C. Ampere's rule, D. Right-hand Clapp's rule. Very good. The answer is the answer is B. Fleming's right-hand rule. Question number 66. A solenoid is connected to a battery so that a steady current flows through it. If an iron core is inserted into the solenoids, the current will option A increase, B decrease, C remain same, D first increase then decrease. Very good. The answer is B decrease. Thank you. All the best for your exam.